Hello guys and welcome back. Hope you all are doing great. So in today's video, we are going to see how to create a simple shop system. Now this shop system can be used in any simple or small games like hyper casual games or casual games. The entire code is available on GitHub. So if you guys get stuck in between, you can always go to this GitHub link which will be given in the description and compare your code with this GitHub code to find any issue with your code. Now, without any further delay, let's get started. Before we start, you need to download and import the starter project. So go to description, click on starter project link, download Unity package, then create Unity project, change the platform to Android, and import the package to it. Now we are ready to follow the tutorial. So as you can see here, I have created a project and I have imported the starter pack to it, which has few prefabs if I can open it. And it also has some art materials like UI and some texture and font, etc. Here is my camera. My camera's clear flag is solid color, which has some color, and I have already given it some position and angle. And my direction light color is white, and the strength of shadow is 0.2. And we also have this event system component inside our scene. So what we will do is first we will create a new folder and we will call these scripts. Now in scripts folder we will create a new C# script and we will call this shop save scriptable. Now here we are going to use scriptable objects for saving the information as well as for loading the upgrade item upgrade information. Double click on this shop save scriptable to open it in editor. So we don't need this start and update, we can remove them as it will be a scriptable object. We need to inherit it from uh, scriptable object and not mono behavior. And we will add this entire project in the namespace and we'll call this shop system. And the reason we are using namespace is because it makes the code clean. And if you want to use this module in your other games, you can just drag and drop this entire project into that and you can start working on it. Our shop save scriptable will be storing the information about our shop items, like whether they have unlocked or not, at what level they are, how many levels they have, and what is the unlock cost and all those things. So for that, we will create a public class shop item and we will need to make it system.serializable so that we can edit it from inspector. Now we need a few basic parameters for our item. Public string item name, then we have public bool is unlocked, public int unlock cost, and public int unlocked level. And as this shop is going to be for our cars, we need to have some specific information about car like their acceleration and their speed for each level. So we'll create another class, public class car info, and inside our car info we will have public int unlock cost, public int speed, and public int acceleration. Now my shop is specific for car, so I have this class called car info, which stores the car information. But let's say you have a weapon, so you can have a class called weapon info, which will have respective information for the weapon, or player info, like that. Just copy this and paste it here, and here I will create a public car info array, and we'll call this car labels. So basically, this information holds the labels for our car. Let's say we have three labels for a particular car, then we can have this unlock cost for each level, then what will be the speed for that car for each level, and acceleration, like that. So once we have done this, we need to add it here. So we will create a public shop item array, and we call this shop items. Now we also need to create our scriptable objects. So for that, we'll add an attribute to this class, which is create asset menu, and it takes file name. So file name will be shop data. You can give it any name you want, and it also has menu name. So menu name will be like scriptable slash shop data, and I will call this create shop data. So let's go back. We have only one script here. Now in our project, right click and create a new folder, and let's call this resources. So resources is it is a special one of the special folder in which you can store your assets like sound, textures, 3D models, and all those things, and you can like load them whenever in the game with the help of resources.load method. In this, we will right click, create, go to scriptable, and we'll click on this create shop data. Name it the same, doesn't matter. Now shop items, let's add first one. So you can see here our element now has the item name. We have is unlock. We have the unlock cost, we have the unlock level, and we have the levels. So let's say we have three levels, and our item name, let's say car A. At the start, first item will be unlocked. So we need to set is unlocked to true. Our unlock cost will be nothing because it is already unlocked. Our unlock level will start from 0. The reason is this unlock level, whatever the number here is, indicates this car's level, and we all know that array starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, like that. So if this is 0, that means we are showing this element 0 information. If it is 1, then we will show element 1 information, like that. So unlock level has to start from 0. So as this car is unlocked, the first element will be, the cost will be 0, speed will be, let's say 10, acceleration 2, then for element 1, let's say 500, speed 15, acceleration 5, speed 20, acceleration 10, and cost 1000. Okay, so this will be our first car, but for time being, let me do one thing. Let me just untick this, take this to 500, change this to 500, 1000, and 5. Our shop will have 5 items, so I will just make it 5. Okay, now let me go back to its original. So car A was is unlocked 2, unlock cost was 0, the element cost 1 was, the element 0 cost was 0, this one was 500, and this one was 1000. Now we have this car A, so many. Let's change them. This will be car B. Unlock level is correct. And for car B, let's set the acceleration to 3, speed 11. This one is 16, 6, and 21, 11. We are doing this just because when we shuffle from one shop item to another, we get to know that yeah, we are changing the information. So this is not unlocked. You can have as many cars you want, doesn't matter. Okay, so now we have the information. So in prefab folder, we have this canvas. Just click on it and drag it to the same. And you see, we see the canvas here. So canvas has basic settings like the UI scale mode is scale with screen size. This reference resolution it has this and this match it has. Then it has a coin holder. Let me go to 2D mode. Okay. We have coin holder which holds total coin text. Then we have this name holder which holds the item name text. Then we have this next button, previous button. Then in information holder we have label text, speed text, then acceleration text. Then we have this unlock button, and inside that we have this unlock text. Then we also have this upgrade button, and inside that we have this upgrade text. We need to modify all of these things depending on the item we are at in our shop. We need one more thing, uh, this environment. Let's drag it here first. Okay, now I have to pull. Then create a new empty game object and reset its transform, and let's call this car holder. So this one will hold all our cars. Um, let's select car 1, 2, 3, police and truck 1, and let's drag it to our car holder. You can see they are here. Let's set their rotation to -150, and just for a time being deactivate all of this and only let the car 1 be active. Let's create one simple script for rotating our car. So create a new C# script and let's call it rotate.